All right, greetings, guys. Good morning. You're on to Augustine again, one of your many broadcasters in our Simply Brilliant community. And as usual, I'm here to give us the summary of the founders meeting, which held yesterday, the 1st of November 2023. And it was a wonderful one. I enjoyed every bit of the information that was shared with us by the administration of the Simply Brilliant community. As usual, it was anchored by our brother, Dr. Kaldasha. He was the one that anchored the meeting. The administration was live to give I was also there to give us to listen and then give feedback. So if you're just tuning into my broadcast for the very first time, you're welcome to my channel. And do well to like this video. If my content makes some good sense to you, do well to subscribe to my channel so that anytime I'm live, you can also get updates by clicking on the notification bell. And then anytime I'm live, you can get my informations. Do well to review the previous information that has also been given out, because this community is a school. This community is a system that is building responsible individuals that will become an alternative to the present financial system. In our categorization, we're going to have administrative cadre billionaires, conventional billionaires, and we're also going to have millionaires. We're going to have 111,111 administrative cadre billionaires who will become the government of our Simply Brilliant community. To be clear, the vision of the Simply Brilliant community still stands. It is consistent with the vision of the TBC. It's still the same thing. It has not yet deviated. However, there are some modifications that are being put into place so that we can maximize our use case and maximize productivity. That's what we are doing. So take note of these informations. Everything still stands. We are still going to have 1 million billionaires. We are still going to have 1 billion millionaires. Let me repeat it again. We are going to still have 1 million billionaires. We are still going to have 1 billion millionaires. We want to change the face of this earth. We want to change the way things are being done. Our system is driven by a debt-based financial system. Our system is driven by inequality. The system that we have in Nigeria, in Africa, and the entire world is given by, a whole lot of ungodly ways. And when I'm talking about ungodly ways, the rich keeps getting richer, the poor keeps getting poorer. The Simply Brilliant community are going to change that narrative. All right. On that said, if you're out there and you're listening to me, I want you guys to hang on, hold on to this community. I haven't seen any organization on earth that is as substantial as this community. I haven't seen any organization that is as worthy as this Simply Brilliant community. Yes, I stand on what I'm saying, and I'm saying it with all certainty. I'm not saying it to cajole you, I'm telling you the entire truth. If you choose to believe me, good for you. But hang on there. Whatever it takes you to be a member in this community, please keep up with it. Okay? All right, that said, let me officially now launch into the full details of the meeting that was held yesterday. It was anchored by, of course, Dr. Kaldasha. And when the administration came in, he was brief. He went straight to the point. He said he doesn't have so much on his plate. But it was a kind of reiteration of the event that took place on Monday. He quickly said that we are about to launch our private exchange. Our private exchange should come into play this week. And he said that in our private exchange, individuals can be able to switch from SBFC, which they've actually stored up, into USDT. And for you to do that, you have to be an agent. And it should be available most likely before the end of this week. This is Thursday by the Nigerian African timing. So we have Thursday, we have Friday, and then we have Saturday. Saturday is the weekend. Okay, the weekend begins on Friday, and then Saturday is the end of the week, finally. It may not get to, I don't think it will get to Sunday. It should end latest Saturday. You are going to see some changes very soon. And the administration also made us understand that he's going to bring up a blog this weekend. And in that blog, he will detail a whole lot of information. So many people asked a lot of questions yesterday, and I'll do well to see if I can, bring back those questions and then relay it to the members of the community so that they know what's coming. Even though I've said it in my previous broadcast before, I do not know how many people are consistently following the information I'm giving out. But nonetheless, people come in, new members come in, they watch my channel. Some people has been consistent, but I would advise that consistency should be the key. If you're going to thrive in this community and come out at the top, consistency is the key. That's my advice to you, but you can choose whichever path you want to follow. All right. So that was the first point he made. The exchange is about to launch. And that exchange is going to open up opportunities for the members of the community to buy enough SBFC. At this level, we are SBFC is seen as a stable coin, and it's people driven. People driven in the sense that as members add to this community, it impacts the value of the coin. And let me be very clear, it does not matter how many people buy those coins. It only matters how many people become members of this community. If the community membership grows from 3,000 to 5,000, then the value of the coin also appreciates from $25 to about $50 or something of that nature. That's how it's going to be. So I want you to be very clear, understand the nature of our coin. Before it officially launches out into the public domain, we are people driven. We want to build liquidity for our coin so that our coin can be used. And when we put it out there, it will stand the test of time. This was the flaw that went on with Joy G. And today, Joy G is now being used by the public as an object of cajole. I mean, it's supposed to be a private coin, but it's been ridiculed. You see that the bulk of the people that own Joy G are not members of our community. They are actually traders. They are speculators, market speculators, and possibly they have knowledge about our community and they understand how we do pump our coin. So they have that understanding and they are holding on to the coin. They also may have knowledge about the fact that members in the community who are going to play along with the exchange will have to deposit one Joy G as a collateral. And when we soak up the supply that is in PancakeSwap, it also causes the value of Joy G to go up. And these things may be in their head. They may know these things. And as much as possible, they may take advantage of it. And of course, the principle of the market is when the price is high, they sell, it goes down. And when they sell, it goes down, it's a buy opportunity, people buy. We are going to replicate that concept, but we are going to use it in a countermeasure against the system, against the public markets. So conventionally, when the exchange launches, members will begin to buy coins from PancakeSwap and begin to deposit it as a collateral in our private exchange, in our Kringle Cashback office. And as more people begin to do that, why are they doing it? Simple, because they want to access SBFC so that they can swap SBFC to USDT, at least $10. So as more people engage in that activity, the price of Joy G begins to go up. And maybe these people that are public domain market people will begin to sell the coins. But it doesn't matter because we have a very good plan. That plan is excellent. Our plan is going to succeed. Yes, it's going to succeed. So there are going to be more agents that will come in. And as more agents buy up from the PancakeSwap, you are going to see that the price will consistently keep going up. And it doesn't matter how many people keep selling. As this system continues, at some point, they will notice that no matter how much they sell, the price keeps going up. Why? Because members of the community are storing up at least one Joy G as a collateral. There is no more increase in the supply of Joy G. What is available is what will remain. So if there are coins in the hands of people and enough of it are stored up in KCBO, the price will naturally go up. So over time, Joy G is going to be like a store of value. That's what it's going to be. There is no telling to what the price will be over time. So my advice to you is to buy Joy G if you can. And then don't pay too much attention to Joy G because our primary focus is SBFC. But you can buy a few amount of Joy G. Just buy it and keep it because over time it will definitely appreciate. As members of the community continue to hodl it and then put it into the system as collateral to access SBFC, the price will definitely go up. That's invariably, that's non-negotiable. So kindly take note of these informations I'm giving out. All right. So now moving forward, the administration also pointed out that this program that he has been talking about for November would actually be launched very soon. He said that the programmers are working on it. There is a whole lot of nitty-gritties and complications involved in this program. And I want to be very clear. Anything the administration puts out there is going to be consistent going forward. So this program is about to launch and he's telling the community to prepare themselves because it's going to be something that will wow the community. And he's asking that every active member who can should take part in it because it's going to benefit all of us. It's going to benefit all of us. The terms and conditions, the modalities, and the modus operandi of how that will operate, I'm not going to disclose it yet. It's contrary to my giving out these informations. It should be kept until the administration himself comes out and then makes it public. But I'm telling you guys that once it comes out, take advantage of it. That's my advice to you guys. And I think that's the summary of what the administration gave out yesterday. And then he handed it over to Dr. Kaldasha, and then Dr. Kaldasha said that the community lacks a whole lot of training, and that we, which is himself and Brother Bederick, are going to take it upon themselves to train the community, and that they are going to make sure that they teach the community on what the market-driven coins are and what private coins looks like, and a whole lot of other things about liquidity, about hodling, about staking, a lot of other things. He said that they are going to take responsibility to see how the community can be brought up to speed. Some people say that they're already informed, but if the community was well informed, then I don't think the numbers that we have is what we're supposed to have. We're supposed to have had more numbers. So he and CJ are going to take a good time to educate the community. And I would ask you guys to do well to, sign up to whichever opportunity that will be brought up. It's going to be trainings that will be done in our mass adoption meetings. Now, the administration may just be very brief. His preview, his monologue may just be as brief as 10, 15 minutes. And the rest of the timing is going to be left for Dr. Kaldasha and CJ to sit down and then give comprehensive trainings to the community so that the members can know what to expect and how to position themselves for the opportunity that is coming out. Now, Dr. Kaldasha also said that members of the community should prepare themselves because by next year, there will be a halving of Bitcoin, and that members should position themselves accordingly to benefit. How? It's simple. You buy into Bitcoin and allow the value to appreciate. He said some 2-3 weeks ago, the price of Bitcoin was around 20 something, let's say 28,000. Those of us who study the market, it was about 28,000 2-3 weeks ago. Let's say 2-3 weeks ago. And as I speak to you now, it's about 34,000 as at yesterday. So you see, there was a very big difference. And that's because the news about the halving began. Now, how much more will be the price when halving actually takes place? What is halving? Halving is a situation where the amount of mining you're able to get when you mine Bitcoin becomes half. So for instance, if your mining power was able to give you 5 Bitcoin, when the halving takes place, then that means the difficulty level goes up. You wouldn't be able to get up to 5 Bitcoins. You are now going to be getting half of 5 Bitcoins, which is about 2.5 Bitcoins. And the halving takes place every four years. So it's been halving. I think it's halved about 4 times. And then it's likely going to halve again. I'm not very clear about how many times it has halved, but every 4 years it halves. The next halving will take place next year. And when it halves, you'll find out that the price will also go up. It's simple. You reduce the supply. And once the supply has gone down or supply has been really limited and there is increase in demand, what happens to price? It goes up. It's just the conventional principle of demand and supply. The principle of demand simply says that when you reduce supply and there is an increase in demand, price goes up. This is the concept of which Bitcoin operates. It is also the concept that our community is also employing. Another thing you should also know is that when you put your money in Bitcoin and the price goes up, you can take some proceeds out of it and then invest in your SBFC community or buy some SBFC coins or pay your subscription fee, whichever way you want. That was the perspective from which our brother, Dr. Kaldasha, was coming from as at yesterday. Okay? All right. That said, this is the summary of yesterday's mass adoption meeting. And then some people asked some questions. A good number of people asked some very good number of questions. I didn't take note of all the questions like I did in my previous broadcast, but I was able to take note of one of the questions that was asked by a brother called Dremimka. Dremimka is one of our members in our community, and he asked a very cogent and sensitive question. What was that question? He said that what will be the means through which members will receive their quadruple match or their double match. Yes. So members of the community were supposed to get equal match, and then they're supposed to get double of it and quadruple of it by December. The first one was January 12th, the second June 12th, and then the last one is December 12th. That was the plan. Okay. Now he asked that when we get to December 12th, what happens? Now the administration said that you will get your quadruple match inside of your KCBO. The digits, the amount will be there in KCBO. Now, Dre Bimka said, are we going to also get an equal value of it in SBFC? That was what he asked. And the administration said no. He said it's not going to be one-on-one. No, that was what he said. But he said that there will be measures that will be put into place. For instance, if you have a collateral of one Joy G in the system, you would also be given one Joy G. If you want to stop becoming an agent, you just tell the community gives you back your one Joy G and also gives you back one SBFC as collateral. You were the one that put it in there, and then the technical split match automatically gave you an equal value of it. So the administration said whoever it is that wants to stop becoming an agent can get back his technical split of one Joy G. The system will give it to you. He also said that every coin that has been given to you from the time you were donating in Joy G will be given back to you in SBFC. So members of the community will have their SBFC. For instance, you've been donated up to $1,000, you are going to get back $1,000 in SBFC. So when the exchange will launch, you are going to see it inside of our ledger. Our ledger is going to be constructed. It's actually being constructed now. And you're going to see that ledger where you have a trace of all the transactions that has happened inside of your wallets. So you are going to see a trace of the amount of Joy G that you've been donated to and the amount of SBFC that you'll be getting, because if every match of Joy G you get, you'll be given an equal value in SBFC. Remember that we're no more using Joy G. So the system is going to take note of that. However, the system has also said that there will be conditions that will be placed on those that are using Joy G inappropriately. Those who are selling Joy G and they are swapping Joy G through the public domain, that the system will sanction you by limiting your access to SBFC. And the administration can do it. If your account is found violating, the administration has the means to freeze your account. And when he freezes your account, you will not be able to send SBFC for any reason whatsoever. And he's not just going to freeze it for a short time. There will be a timeline, and you will face the consequences for those who are found wanting. So it's advised that for you and huddle it. If you are not willing to huddle it, then that means you are not willing to work with SBFC. This is the condition that the administration is placing. So very soon you are going to see our ledger. It's not going to be public ledger, it will be private ledger, which will be able to put in your wallet address, and you'll see every activities that donors has donated to you. And you would also see the value in SBFC. You can use it to swap to USDT as long as you're an agent. If you're not an agent, then you would have to become an agent to enjoy the privilege of withdrawing SBFC to USDT. This is what the administration has said, and it's going to play out very soon. So everybody that is having quadruple match of SBFC, you will be able to convert that value to USDT. It's not, SBFC, not USDT. So if you are having, for instance, you are having 20,000 Joy G, and by December you are having 40,000 Joy G. Now that Joy G will be given to you in SBFC, but not one-on-one measure. Why? Because it's simple. The previous times, people from the beginning of TBC, a lot of things happened. So the administration is not willing to give you equal value because there are a lot of complexities that played out. There were a lot of things that went on within these 7 years as members of the community. We learned within 7 years. So the administration now has understood how the system is and has fine-tuned it to the point where he's keeping an eye on everything, not just him alone. The Privy Council are also helping him to make that a reality. So you are not going to get an equal value of your quadruple match in SBFC. Whatever amount of coins you have, there is going to be a proportion that will be given when the time comes. I don't know when that will be, but one of the things to be on the lookout for is when our numbers begin to build. Our numbers has to get to a substantial level. And then I don't know whether it's going to get to 20,000 or 50,000, but the point I'm driving at is the price of SBFC has to go to a very reasonable level before you can begin to think about converting your Joy G into SBFC. There will be a conversion process that will take place, okay? So I don't want to go into those details, but just take note of it, that if you're having 40,000 Joy G, you may end up having 5,000 SBFC. And what you should pay attention to is the value of SBFC. The value of SBFC is about to begin skyrocketing going forward. The value of SBFC is going to begin skyrocketing going forward. Why do I say so? Simple. because the administration is about to launch this November program. And then once it launches, you are going to begin to see a lot of changes inside of our community. All right. All right. On that said, let me now finalize by sharing my screen to show us one or two things, and then that'll be all for today. All right. So you're seeing my screen now, right? Yes. Now, I want you guys to take note of this. Our membership count, this is 3,531. And in the meeting we had, the administration in the Privy Council meeting, even though it's a closed door meeting, but I think I should tell us, it is the mind of the administration to see this our membership get to 5,000 in this month of November, minimum of 5,000. And he has put in some things into place, so that it can happen. And I want the community who will listen to me, who wants this community to get successful, to succeed, they should do their best to bring in at least one person. This is my advice to you, because the administration has done everything humanly possible to make sure that the reality plays out. Now, this is 3,531. As at yesterday, it was 3,520 something, and it has appreciated. Now, let's go to the blog. Let's go to the private blog. Now, in our private blog, you guys should do well to watch this video. This was the last video that the administration allowed Dr. Kaldasha to put out. He said, stop wasting your life. Some people are wasting their life. They don't like what they are doing. If you are a member in this community, this can be a job opportunity for you. You can build, and there is no limit to what you can build. The concept of our community has to do with mentoring. You have to be a good mentor. If your downlines has nothing to learn from you, and all you have to do is tell them to pay their subscription fee, then you are not learning, and you are not also mentoring them properly. The concept is to be a guide, and you should guide your downlines so that they replicate the same thing for their downlines. The concept of our community is building a membership base of 1 billion. That principle still stands. So everybody in this community who will become an alternative billionaire to the present economy should become a mentor. They should learn the mindset of being a mentor. If you're not having that mindset of a mentor, then I wonder how long you are going to stay. I wonder how far you will go in this community. So this is the first thing which you guys should do well to watch. I can't play it now because if I do, they will flag me as I'm playing copyright. And I don't want a situation where I'll be flagged. My channel should not be flagged. So everyone should do well to watch it. Now, the main thing I just want to talk about is this. Of course, you are seeing this. I'm going to dwell on this just for a few seconds, and then after that, I'll call this meeting to a close. Now, the administration actually wanted the numbers in the community to get to a substantial level, and he ran this program for, you guys should listen to what I have to say. He ran this program for 15 days, and I can tell you a very good number of people took advantage of this program, right? Yes, that's the truth. But the unfortunate thing is that we were not able to inform enough people. We did not tell the old members to come back. And what the administration is doing now is giving a second opportunity for everybody to take advantage of this program. Now, I can tell you that the administration is people-oriented. He is interested in the success of the people. He's interested in the success of this program. You guys should listen. There is a concept we are trying to build here, and that's called equity. Equity means give what you can afford. That's what equity is. If you're a big man, you can afford to pay your yearly subscription fee. If you're not so much of a big man, you can afford to pay 6 months. And then if you are just a normal guy, you can afford to pay monthly. The point is, as long as you all are consistent, then all of us will get the same results. That's the concept. Are you guys getting me? We all will get the same results. Now, he has given us a second chance. Now, we sat down and did a bit of deliberation. You guys should listen to the information I'm giving, because this is the most important part of this. This summary, this is the most important part. We sat down and did a bit of deliberation. And we found out that over the past donkey number of months, and perhaps years, or let's say since the beginning of this year, and somewhere down the line, when we began this agent donation program, and we continue to see a decline in our values, the numbers continue to drop, and it dropped till we got to about 2,000, 3,000. Now, people began to complain that the subscription fee was on a high side. People were saying, oh, this is difficult to keep up with. Now, the idea is consistency. And whatever we have to do to be consistent is what will make us successful. If you begin a project and you're not able to finish, then it's as good as not even have started, because you would have lost so much of your resources in the process and you didn't get to the end. We were looking for a sustainable solution, and we came up with this. This is a trial, ultimately by the idea of the administration and supported by the Privy Council. Now, this ran for 15 days. We got good results, but we didn't get the result we wanted. So therefore, we decided to run it for another 1 more month. And that's exactly what this administration has done, because he wants the numbers to step up. And I want you guys to know that if you guys are able to give the administration what he wants, then there is every tendency that this value will remain for a very long while. And that means the community will grow fast. That will also mean that our value of SBFC will get to $500 before the end of the second quarter of this next year we are entering into. Because we need numbers. And these numbers will impact the number of people that are donating. It will impact the value of our SBFC coin. And in a short while, we can establish our SBFC coin inside our public domain, which is somewhere like we did our Joy G. We don't know when the value will get to, but the administration wants to make sure that SBFC should get to the higher numbers, possibly around 7, 8, 9, or 10,000 before it's launched outside to the market, so that people don't end up buying as much as they can and then crashing the price just like they did for Joy G. He is working on it, and he needs your support to make that happen. So if we're having 3,000 and we're paying about $33, now the system gets 15%, sorry, 50%. So when you multiply $33, okay, half of $33 is about 16.5, I guess, around that range. So when you multiply 16.5 by 3,000, what will be the value? I don't know what it is, whatever it is. Now, picture a time we dropped the subscription fee to about $22. And over the next 3 months, the membership builds from 3,000 to about 6,500 or 7,000 or 9,000, because it's now affordable. Now, let's look at it. When we look at $22, we multiply, half of it is $11. Now, the system gets $11. When you multiply $11 by 7,000, what will that be? That's going to be about 77,000. I think about 77,000. I don't know, maybe seven. Let me do the calculation to be very sure. So you guys should just hold on. Let me do the calculation. The first one I'm going to do is, we have 3,000 members. 3,000 members multiplied by 16.5. That's going to give us 49,500. Now, every month we are roughly dealing with about 49,500 or 50,000. That's what we're having every month. And that's not enough. That's deficient. We can't do much. Those complaining about buybacks, about their lost stock funds on the exchange, and they are staking, with 50,000, we can't do much. Now, let us reduce the subscription fee to $22. Therefore, the system gets $11. Calm down. Let's do the calculation. Now, if enough people can build with this value and they can afford it, and our membership builds from 3,000 to, let's say, 5,000 this particular month. Let's use this month as an instance. Now, we are having 5,000, okay? 5,000 people multiplied by $11. We're having about 55,000. Now, are you seeing that there is a small difference of 5,000? That's a small difference. 5,000 difference. If we are 5,000, that's a plus. Okay, now let's picture December. Now, by December, we have started the program that the administration has set in, and it is beneficial to old and new members. Now, the membership builds from 5,000 to 7,000. Now, when we are 7,000 active members in this community, multiplying it by 11, which is half of $22, we're having about 77,000. 77,000 is better than 50,000. So we've had an extra of about 17,000 or something of that nature. 17,000 or something, added to what we had. That's a plus. Now, it is because the membership is growing. It is because everybody relatively can afford to pay 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. Now, it is what we call equity. We're trying to create balance so that if we reduce the subscription fee and we increase the numbers, then we can have more results. And when we have more results, we can settle the buybacks, we can settle the stakings, we can settle the exchange funds, we can settle everything that needs to be settled, and then we grow the community. So I'm asking you guys to make this a reality. If we fail for this November, then that means don't expect the subscription fee to remain at $22. It's going to go higher. It will go back to $33. So the administration is telling me to tell you guys, put your heads together. Let's make this thing happen. If you are going out, go and bring in at least one person. If you are bringing in one person and they pay their subscription fee and the numbers build, then it gives the administration a sense of understanding that the community are responding positively to what he has put out. I don't want this project to fail, and I know it's not going to fail, but we have to make it happen. We should stop sitting back and doing nothing. Let's push this thing and let's make it happen, okay? So you can take your time to read these informations and then get to understand it. But this is an opportunity the admin has given. Please let it not be abused, okay? All right, I believe I've passed the information appropriately, and I believe that everybody has heard it, and I hope everybody will act accordingly. Please do well to like this video, do well to share to your loved ones, to your friends, to people that are interested in this community. I don't know how many people are still enthusiastic about telling people to join our community. I can tell you that our community is about to launch, and I want you guys to put your heads together, go out and become an evangelist. Tell them that something big is coming. The economy is not making things easier. It's getting more challenging. It's getting more difficult. Inflation is on the rise. If you sit down and do nothing, well, then you get nothing. My advice to you is do well to buy SBFC while you still can, because the moment the membership begins to grow, you begin to see the value of SBFC move from $25 to $50, from $50 to $100. And each time it happens, you'll find out that the exchange rates of African currencies is getting higher by the day. For instance, Nigeria, the exchange rate of our dollar to naira is over 1,000, and it's getting higher by the day. So you will find out that you end up gathering more naira to buy the same thing. And as the months go by, you gather more naira to buy the same thing, because the difference between naira and dollar is climbing every day. And it's not just for naira, it applies to every other African currencies and even Western currencies. They are having a plan to dissolve the present banking system, or should I say the present paper money system, and they want to bring in a digital economy. And that's going to be a digital prison, which you and I are not going to like. So let's fight and win while we still can. All right? All right. On that said, if there is anyone who has any content, any question to ask, this is your opportunity to ask your questions. And if you are acknowledging, you can do well to acknowledge. This is your time to say something. I believe I've passed on my informations, and I hope we learn. I hope we share. It is not for entertainment. This information is to keep the community up to date. If you are coming here to entertain yourself, then this is the wrong place. If you're here to learn, then do well to share. Share the information so that people can know. If you're not sharing, you are not helping the community. Okay? All right. I will stop at this point. And good morning, sir. Thank you very much. If you have your questions, please do well to ask your questions. If you have things to say, please do well to say. Express your mind. Our community is giving you an opportunity to express your mind. Please do well to express your mind. Let us make this opportunity a reality. We can do it. Okay? So I'll give another maybe few seconds before I'll be bringing this meeting to a close. All right, I have a few number of audience. I have about 12 audience. And as of now, there are about 7. Some of them has dropped. So those of you who will watch this video, do well to like, share, subscribe to my channel so that I can keep the community up to date. And I hope the community will learn. Prepare for the trainings that will be coming in. The member helpers are trying. I do not know how many member helpers are doing what they should do. I do not know how many member helpers are upgrading and are improving themselves by the day. Make sure you are improving yourself, because in this community, if you are stale, if you are like a stagnant water, then you will dry up. And the community does not advise that anyone remains like a stale water. Everybody should keep improving. The informations I'm giving are to keep you up to date. And I'm improving myself by the day. If you're going to be a world power, you're going to be a global leader, you should be an influencer. At this level, you should be if you're not influencing the people around you, then I wonder how much of a leader you'll be. I wonder how much relevance you are going to serve to the world at large. That's why this community is there, to find the right set of people that will make a difference. All right, good morning, Brother Augustine. Thank you. Thank you. Job done. Thank you for your job done. You're very welcome. If you still have questions to ask, please do well to ask. If you have anything to say, do well to say those things. Well done, Agent Austin. Yeah, that's how this should be. Please do well to express your mind. I would like you guys to speak and say things, because it's your feedback that makes me know that you guys are following. It's a good thing to watch me. It's also a good thing to acknowledge. Okay, your questions are welcome if you have your questions to ask. And I would also advise that if you're disposed, do well to attend the mass adoption meeting or the founders meeting, which is now the name. Do well to attend these meetings to get yourself informed. This is a school, and those who will follow through and come out at the end as global leaders are going to be people that consistently followed directly or indirectly and are willing to follow the instructions and act accordingly. That's how it's going to be. Okay? All right. So it doesn't look like any other person is saying anything. So the last thing I want to say is the opportunity to change your upline is still there. So many of you don't even have leaders that are guiding you through. Please find a leader that can guide you. Find a leader that you can believe, that can lead you accordingly. This is very important. If you don't have a leader, then you can't do well. You can't go far in this community. Find leaders that can push you. Find leaders that can mentor you. Find leaders that you are willing to submit to, because those leaders are going to take you far in this community. If you are sitting down and then there is nobody that is guiding you, I don't know how far you are going to go. Okay? All right, that said, now people are beginning to make their comments, which is good. Good morning, our leader, and thank you for the great updates. You're very welcome, Brother Jerry. And then this is, am I free to donate one Joy G from my MetaMask to become an agent? Yes, you are. You are very free to do that. But I would advise that you watch the video in the Critical Cash back office so that you would know what it looks like to go about that process so that you don't make mistakes. Please follow those instructions that are put out there. All right, so Brother Everett says, thanks, bro, good teacher. Yeah, actually, I'm supposed to be a lecturer, you know. I think I have the gift of knowledge. I can pass on information very well. And so help me God. All right, so more informations. If you have more informations, do well to drop your informations while you still can. So Brother Gabriel is saying, I presently have over 7 Joy G in my MetaMask. I will advise you to put one as a collateral so that you can become an agent. Please do that. It's necessary so that you can become an agent, because if you are not an agent, you won't be able to access your SBFC exchange. If you have SBFC, because if you had 7, then that means you have your technical split. It means you already have your technical split of USDT. Sorry, SBFC. Because when there was a technical split, provided you didn't violate the laws, the conditions put by the administration, you should also have over 7 SBFC coins in your MetaMask. Of course, the wallet's contract address is in KCBO. See the contract address, import SBFC, simply Bright Future Coin, so that you can have those. And then for you to access it, of course, you must be in good standing. Being in good standing simply means that you haven't violated or sold as Joy G. That's the condition. All right. So let's continue. Thank you very much. Now, Brother Gabriel is saying, yes, I have 7 SBFC. So you see, he's in consonance with the community. He didn't violate the laws. Those who will succeed in this community, we are a lawful community. Do you know what it means to be lawful? It means we are governed by terms and conditions. We are governed by laws that are strictly followed. The coin market cap is not a system given to law. There is what you call centralized and decentralized. There are centralized systems, decentralized system. Ours is centralized. The kingdom of God is centralized. The kingdom of darkness is centralized. Now, if these two systems has ruled humanity for countless number of years and they are centralized, how do you think a decentralized system that nothing is governing them, nothing is overseeing it, will go far? No. I dare to tell you that a decentralized system, even though it looks appealing, it looks beautiful, it won't go far. The only system that has ruled and will keep ruling is a system that is centralized. In our system, when we get to maturity, we are going to have a leadership base of 1 billion people, which we are going to change the world. But there will be hierarchies. In those hierarchies, administrative cadre, 111,111 will be the government, and they will be the one to create laws that will be in favor of the community. And you will see that the elite will also be creating ungodly laws, and people will be so uncomfortable with their system and they will run to our system. This is imminent. This will happen. It must happen. For light to prevail, darkness must be put aside, and we are going to make that happen. Even though it looks like it's not happening yet, but I am telling you that this will happen in your lifetime, in my lifetime. It's not going to happen in a donkey number of years. Between now and the next 2-3 years, we are going to begin to see all these things unfold, because it's God's plan that the light will prevail and darkness will be put aside. Darkness has been there for a long time, but it's time for light to prevail. And those who understand what is happening will take necessary action so that they will be beneficiaries. Do well to join while the time is still available. All right, so your questions are also there. If you have your questions, please, it's time for you guys to engage me. Now, I've engaged you guys. You guys enjoyed my feedback. Give me your feedback, please, if you have. But if you don't, then I'm fine. Now, good day, everyone. Thank you, sir, for always having a review of our founders meeting. God bless. You're very welcome. This is Revis and Relabs. I don't know if that's your name, but I believe some of us has made some content. Some of us has gotten some information. It's not enough to just get. It's good you share. Now, for those of us who will watch after this video, do well to reach out to me on the comment section. Make your questions. Give me feedback. You have anything you want to say, please do well in the comment section. I will respond. If you drop your information there, I'll respond. Make sure you find a leader. We are reorganizing ourselves. Get a leader that you can build with. And let's make a difference, because we are going to change humanity. Whether you like it or not, we are going to change humanity. It's up to you to join us while you still can. So thank you so much for those of you who have taken your time to listen to me and enjoyed the information I shared with you. It's a pleasure serving. It's a pleasure serving. And I'll keep serving until we get to our economy phase. It's my lifetime responsibility to see how I can impact this community for good. And as many that would follow me will also be high flyers. All right, thank you very much. My name remains Brother Augustine and Agent Austin. I'm also one of the agents in our community. So you can refer to me as Agent Austin, that's fine, all right? So I love you guys, cheers, and God bless you. Stay tuned. There is going to be a blog that will come up this weekend, and the blog will highlight in details a lot of things that the administration, you know, what will I say? The misinformation. There are so many misinformations in the community. That's why the admin put it on the blog. And when he puts it on the blog, it now behooves upon you to go there, read it, understand it. My responsibility is to also read, understand, hear from the administration as a member in the Privy Council, and then give out the informations that are needful for the community to hear. Those who are not, with those informations that are not needful, I keep quiet until it's time for the administration to give. We are a community that does not break ranks. We follow our ranks. So it's very unlawful for me to get information and come to the public and give it out before the administration does so. That's a kind of insubordination. That's wrong. So we are a community that is given to principles, and our modus operandi is based on hierarchy, and we don't break our ranks. If you're going to go into this community and succeed, don't break ranks. Follow your leaders, learn from your leaders, irrespective of age differences. As long as the person has a vision and he knows what he's doing, submit yourself with him, work with him, and then you guys can succeed. Together, we can change this world. So thank you so much. Cheers, and God bless you. Till I come your way again some other time. Bye for now.